Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Firstly, thanks to Petra for the invitation to participate in this 12th edition of the Consumer Protection Day. We are living through an era of profound economic and digital transformation. Innovation has the potential to make our financial system more efficient, more inclusive, and better connected. We should embrace that potential, but also recognize our responsibility to ensure that change leads to empowerment, not inequality. Building a genuine savings and investments union means giving ordinary citizens the confidence and tools to take part in Europe's capital markets, to benefit from its success, and to strengthen our collective prosperity. Indeed, consumers, citizens, are the key focus of our joint work, and this focus takes center stage today. To ensure that financial markets work for consumers, we must ensure they have simple and easy access, the knowledge to make informed choices, and protection against evolving threats, such as online fraud and scams. Our role is not to tell citizens what to do with their money. It is to create a fair, transparent framework that gives them the confidence and opportunity to succeed, whatever financial path they choose. And it's important to mention that with no risk, there can be no reward. Every form of investing carries some level of risk. Even leaving money in a deposit account exposes it to inflation. The goal is not to eliminate risk, but to help citizens understand it, manage it, and use it wisely to build long-term prosperity. And if we do our job right, the success of our citizens will be Europe's success. Across the EU, we have built a solid body of rules to protect and empower consumers. The European supervisory authorities, the European Banking Authority, the European Securities and Markets Authority, and the European Insurance and Occupational Pensions Authority play a vital role in turning these rules into reality throughout the Union. Your work represents the sharp end of policy implementation, where legislation meets real life and where citizens experience the impact of our decisions. Your efforts, particularly in promoting supervisory convergence, are crucial to ensure that consumers everywhere in the EU enjoy the same high level of protection and trust, regardless of where they live or invest. I want to particularly acknowledge your important work on financial literacy, consumer warnings, consumer testing to improve the clarity of disclosures, and your commitment to market transparency. All these efforts make a real difference. And I want to commend you for your dedication and professionalism in advancing this mission. We have taken some important steps in recent times, and I would like to mention a few of the most critical ones. Firstly, on payments, the instant payment regulation has been adopted and its rules recently started to apply. This is a highly tangible achievement and will affect millions of citizens. The new EU rules are set to make instant payments in euro faster and safer and enable both consumers and businesses to send and receive payments instantly, 24/7, without extra fees. Moreover, the regulation ensures that consumers will be better protected from mistakes, frauds, and scams via payee verification. Providers must verify that the name of the recipient matches the IBAN provided, and this service must also be free of charge. Elsewhere on payments, the PSR-PS3 package, which will amend the legal framework for payments with a view to combat payment fraud and strengthen consumer information and rights, is entering the final stages of negotiations. We are currently working together with the co-legislators to reach an agreement on a package that should deliver a significant enhancement of the consumer protection framework. All three institutions agree that fraud prevention is a central issue and are working diligently to reinforce the current legislation. Second, our retail investment strategy aims to reset and rebalance the relationship between retail investors and financial markets. Our core objective is to empower retail investors and increase their engagement with capital markets. we are working towards streamlining access channels, providing investors with comparable and understandable disclosures, and ensuring that the products they are being offered deliver value for money. The reality is simple. When manufacturers or distributors charge unjustified or disproportionate fees relative to the services provided and the returns expected, promising investment can quickly become poor ones. Money is a powerful motivator, and citizens will not entrust intermediaries with their hard-earned savings if they feel the value simply isn't there. Over the past few months, we have made good progress in negotiations to finalize the retail investment strategy. I am confident that we will reach an agreement on clear, practical rules that will truly make a difference for retail investors. Once agreed, we will be turning to ESMA and EIOPA to undertake work that is necessary to ensure the rules work in practice. Third, the recommendation for savings and investment accounts. In September, after extensive analysis and consultation, the Commission adopted a recommendation to provide Member States with a blueprint for designing simple, easy-to-use savings and investment accounts. These accounts are intended to make it easier for citizens to invest in capital markets, even if they are only able to set aside small amounts. This will allow them to progressively build diversified portfolios that will work to their benefit over the long term. The concept is not theoretical. It's inspired by successful national schemes, both within the EU and beyond, that have proven their ability to mobilize household savings and strengthen financial inclusion. We have also recommended that Member States offer tax incentives and put in place simplified tax compliance processes in order to help households to engage confidently with capital markets and grow their wealth. And we have good reason to be optimistic. There is a clear correlation between countries who have implemented these schemes and those that enjoy the deepest and most resilient capital markets. Ultimately, this initiative will not only help citizens make more from their savings, but it also provides fuel for European businesses and for Europe's long-term growth. Fourth, the digital agenda, where innovation is booming. The EU's MiCA regulation established for the first time a comprehensive, harmonized legal framework for the fast-evolving field of crypto assets and their operational ecosystem, focusing on authorization, supervision, transparency, and retail investor protection. It provides much-needed clarity to retail investors and also sets a global standard for regulation of crypto, contributing to international work in that area. We are also putting consumers in control of their financial data through our proposal on a framework on financial data access, which is currently under negotiation. This initiative has enormous potential to improve what financial services can offer to consumers, helping people manage their finances more effectively and benefit from more tailored, competitive products. It is a file I have strongly championed and fought to keep high on the agenda. Fifth, boosting financial literacy. In September, the Commission published the first ever financial literacy strategy for the EU. Our objective is to help every citizen, regardless of their age, gender, or background, to make sound financial decisions, ultimately improving their well-being, financial security, and independence. We know that many valuable and impactful initiatives are already underway, led by both public and private stakeholders. The European supervisory authorities in particular have been highly active and committed in this field. Through our strategy, we intend to build on these efforts by detecting possible gaps and by helping these initiatives reach their full potential. To this effect, we will work on identifying best practices in targeted priority areas and promote their dissemination. We will also strive to foster closer coordination and more frequent exchanges between different stakeholders that are involved. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the most impactful measures we are working on in terms of consumer protection, and I want to highlight that our work could not be possible if it wasn't for the input we receive from various stakeholders. One of those is the Financial Services User Group, a stakeholder expert group composed of members from consumer organizations and individual experts, including academics. The FSUG aims to ensure that consumer interests are at the forefront of our financial services policies and a strong consumer advocate advising us through opinions and recommendations. The Commission values this continued partnership, and the open exchange with the FSUG ensures the views of financial services users are reflected in our policies. I would like to use this opportunity to inform you that the current term of office of the FSUG will end in 6 months' time. So, if you can represent a consumer, a retail investor, or a micro-enterprise on your own capacity or on behalf of a group of stakeholders, and you feel that your knowledge and expertise could contribute to the work of the FSUG to advise the European Commission on retail financial services, we are eager to receive your application. Dear colleagues, the insights and commitment of users, authorities, consumer groups, and industry partners, many of whom are here today, are what make our policies ambitious, effective, and grounded in reality. Today's discussions on simplifying the customer journey, tackling fraud and scams, and protecting consumers in the digital and crypto era will be invaluable in guiding the next phase of our work. The Commission's objective is clear: to remove barriers, build confidence, and make finance work for people. A financial system that empowers citizens, that rewards trust with fairness, and that turns savings into opportunity, this is what the Savings and Investments Union is all about. Together, we can make Europe not only a place where markets thrive, but where every citizen feels that financial markets are also working for their benefit, today and for generations to come. Thank you.